Hello, gorgeous being of light. I am Laurel Bleadon-Maffei with Illuminating Souls, and I'm guided to make this message today to talk to you about fear and how, when we're about to embark on a new life adventure, step into a soul's dream, that the fear can feel immense, can feel insurmountable. I know that's how it felt for me when I stepped on my path to learn how to use my mystical gifts. I was not one of those people who was born awakened to my gifts. I would have told you that I wasn't psychic. I would have told you that I wasn't intuitive. I never in a million years believed that I could talk to angels. And for a long time, I didn't even know that there were angels. So I share this with you because I've now, at this point in my career, done thousands of angel readings, worked with thousands of people, and I see miracles every day in my job of people healing, growing, transforming, awakening to who they are. And I was sharing with some friends the other day that I was going to be writing a newsletter about the scariest angel reading I ever did. And they perked up and they wanted to know which one was that. And I said it was the very first one. The very first readings I ever gave were by far the scariest for me. When I started training with Doreen Virtue, I first took her mediumship training. That's talking to dearly departed loved ones on the other side. And then a few months later, I took her angel therapy practitioner training. And Doreen has a saying, the bigger the purpose, the bigger the fear. And I know that that was the case for me. The week before I took her mediumship training, I was overcome with profound, the only way I can describe it is karmic fear. I was in tears. I was considering canceling and withdrawing, even though I had spent a lot of money to go to this training. And I don't know what terrified me more, that I could do this or that I couldn't. All I knew was that whatever was on the other side of this experience, it was going to change my life and my perception of self forever. That may sound very dramatic, but that is absolutely how it felt to me at the time. And it turned out to be true. One of the things I learned through my trainings with her was that I do have this gift, that I am able to connect with the angels, and I'm able to use my intuitive gifts to support others. But stepping through that gateway was so terrifying. During angel therapy practitioner training, I was in a room with, I don't know, probably 150 to 200 other people. And I was convinced that I was probably the least intuitive person in the room, that everybody else was going to do amazing readings for each other, that they were all profoundly clairvoyant, that I thought I would, I would get banished to the remedial room somewhere where for people who really couldn't do this stuff. And it was so scary when she paired us up for that first time and she hands us our angel deck and says, okay, do a reading for somebody else. And I had to pull out my cards, and I don't even remember what I said. I don't even remember who the reading was for. All I knew is I was so scared of being wrong. And I was scared of saying something stupid and making a fool out of myself. And it was a turning point in my life. And I don't have a cool story to tell you how my first reading was amazing and I saw all this stuff. I think it was probably incredibly ordinary. And I don't think I razzle-dazzled anybody during my angel therapy practitioner training. But as part of the ATP training, we have to do 20 practice readings. And with each reading I did, I started learning more and more about the instrument that was me and how these gifts flowed through me. I started learning how to attune. I started learning how to really connect with my client. And I learned the steps for a reading, and I really learned how this work looked as me. I say that because we're all unique instruments. The way I do a reading may look very, very different from how you do a reading. There's no one way to do a reading. We call in the love, we call in the light, and we let the angels join us, and transformation occurs. So that was my first terrifying reading. Probably very close to that, my other scary readings were the first paid reading I ever did, and the first paid reading I ever did for somebody who was a complete stranger. These were all hurdles that I had to overcome to live my dream. And I'm so grateful that I did. I'm so grateful that the me that I was back then had the courage to step through this, because as a result, I have been doing this work full time for 9 years now. I've worked with thousands of people. I've mentored other people in how to connect with their angels and their gifts. So today I want to share with you that if there is a dream in your heart that is calling to you and it terrifies you, find a friend, find a mentor, have somebody hold your hand while you walk through that fear, because you don't know what miracle awaits you on the other side. One time as I was going through this journey, I had wanted to leave my corporate job and do this work full time, and it was so terrifying. And the angels said to me, they said, everything you want, the dream that is in your heart, everything that is calling to you is on the other side of this fear. And the only way you're going to get there is by going through it. So if you have a dream of starting a school, if you have a dream of singing on stage, if you want to learn to do angel readings, if you want to travel around the world with a backpack and a camera, there are dreams that are in your heart that are precious. And if they terrify you a little bit, that's a good thing. It's a symptom that your soul is encouraging you to start growing and to discover even more of who you are as a divine being in human form. So I send this message to you today from my heart to yours. I am so grateful for the girl I once was who sobbed her way into my very first intuitive training and worked my process and had friends hold a space for me so that I could be here today talking to you. So I love you very much, and I'm sending you blessings of light. And if you want to learn to talk to the angels, I teach that. So do others, but I teach that, and I'd be delighted to support you. So I send you love. I send you gratitude for who you are. I see the courage in you, and I see the divine potential that is the truth of your soul. Whatever this dream is that is in your heart, it is within you to do it. And as you step into your dream, as the great quotes say, you give others the courage to do the same. So go for it. You are loved, you are supported, you matter, and the world is better because you are here. Thank you, beloved friends. Have a blessed day.